folks, we welcome you back to www.abbeyathletics.com, your source for stats, standing stories, and more. Talking wrestling today with the head wrestling coach, Kenn Caudell. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
It's been 10 years for the inception of this program. In 10 years, what are some of the things that you've seen in the program, and what are some of the things that you're the most proud of in regards to the Crusaders wrestling program?
Well, as far as in the program itself, just to see the development of the program, coming from a time where no one knew we had a program, from local high schools to now where recruiting's become a lot easier, just because of our name and recognition we've gotten out there. We've had some success, so the recruiting for the local student athletes has gotten a lot better, a lot easier in the last 10 years. And as far as things I'm most proud of with the program is, I would say, our graduates doing well in their chosen profession, starting families, and becoming very successful members of society and communities that they're involved in.
Coach, it's got to be kind of interesting to see that a lot of the first guys that came through this program are now in their early 30s. So they have certainly grown and developed into full-fledged adults, and a lot of them have to thank the wrestling program for being a part of that.
Well, we hope we had something to do with their success as far as being husbands and fathers and good employees. But yeah, it kind of makes me feel a little old when I see them and they show up at matches with their wives and children.
Coach, we've been around a while here, that's for sure. Now let's talk about the club for this year. Tell us about some of the guys that are going to really lead the charge for the team this year and what their contributions are going to be to the subsequent success of this program this year.
Well, one of the things with some of our leaders right now is we're really trying to teach our young guys how to work. They came in with an idea that they knew how to work hard, and most student athletes when they get to college feel like they're hard workers, but they don't really know how to work yet. So that's one of the things we're counting on guys like Scott Bosak to try to teach them, and our leadership in the upper level classmates. Just really trying to teach them how to work. That's our biggest goal for right now. Currently, we're starting 7 new starters in our program, so we're very young. We've got some talent in our youth, but we don't quite know how to work at the college level yet. So that's one of the things we're leaning on our leadership to get across to the young guys.
Well, you mentioned Scott Bosak, of course, All-American. This guy is a very, very solid wrestler. And I think a lot of that has obviously led to the fact that he's worked so much on his wrestling skills from a technical standpoint, but just the all-out effort that he puts in. And you mentioned about how that's going to be sort of a harbinger for the youngsters that are part of this program. Kind of illustrate for the folks that maybe have not seen Scott wrestle what he means to the program and what really makes him so good.
One of the things that really makes him so good is he's such a competitor. He doesn't want to lose at anything, whether we're just playing games in the wrestling room to warm up or competition day. So that's what makes him special as far as an athlete. His work ethic this year has certainly improved as well. He had an opportunity to work out with the Nippy Lion Wrestling Club in State College, Pennsylvania over the summer. Some of their team that are trying to make world teams and get on the national team.
Sure.
So he got exposed to, he had a good work ethic last year, but he got exposed to the highest level work ethic this year, and he's brought that back, and he's trying to relay that to the younger athletes. And it's really changed how he works and how he approaches practice every day and his nutrition and everything that goes into becoming very successful.
Now, with Scott Bosak and the youngsters that you have coming in, something else that is new to the program is the fact that you now have a conference affiliation with the ECAC. Now, if you will, Coach, kind of give me an idea of why that's so important, not just for your school in the conference, but for all of the schools that are part of the ECAC within the Division II model of wrestling.
Well, first, one of the reasons why coaches were really pushing for this conference is to get more recognition for their student athletes in a hope that other colleges will see this in the area, some of the colleges in our conference, maybe even the SAC or the Peach Belt, and see that our athletes are getting the recognition they deserve, and ultimately to grow the sport in the Southeast. The end game, I believe, is to try to get more colleges to add programs. In the short period, in the short term, it's going to allow our athletes to get more recognition for all conference academic honors, conference athlete of the week, all conference for the year, things that our athletes have not been able to qualify themselves for because we've competed independently.
Well, certainly somebody that would know a little bit about getting a program started and watching it develop in 10 years would be this gentleman, Kenn Caudell. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Folks, for stats, standings, stories, and more, there's only one place in cyberspace when it comes to your Crusaders. That place, www.abbeyathletics.com. For Coach Kenn Caudell, this is Brian Rushing.